maybe. There I am. Okay. Woo. Hi. Sorry we're so late. Mark's obvious. Oh no. I just put a terrible thumbnail. uh, I was doing thumbnails to try and see what the picture is going to look like, and I've spent the last 5 minutes doing that because I can't get the frame right. Everything just seems wonky to me. So yeah, the thumbnail, I'll change it after the stream, but the thumbnail right now is a really unflattering picture of me. Oh well. Thank you, hun. All right, so Mark is not here right now, but he's on the live, he's on the chat. So he's at the tap room right now. The artist of the month is putting up their stuff. So super excited about that, and we can talk about that later. Oh, yay, you're on your way. So Mark should be here in about 5 minutes, assuming that he follows all traffic laws. So this camera angle is really gonna freak me out, this entire thing. Maybe when Mark gets here, he can fix it. Anyway, I will go into kind of some Bardic news while I wait for him. Peter's being my audience right now. First off, next week, hopefully, should be getting some new chairs for Bardic Tales. Our old dining room chairs, Mark and I got right after we got married, and they were already like 6th hand-me-downs from some people that we knew from the 70s. And we had them for, 17 years, and they were showing their age something fierce. So this summer we got rid of them, and it's like, oh, we'll run to a furniture store and find some new chairs. It'll be so easy. It wasn't easy. But
summer later.
Yes, one summer later. So anyways, we found new chairs. Hi, Kaylee. So we found some new chairs, and we can give the very nice, actually, folding chairs back to their owners, and we can feel like grown adults again and not college students. But hey, it's not cinder blocks, so it's good. Let's see. I can't talk about what we're drinking yet because we're not actually drinking anything. I'm going to start talking about events because that's easy to talk about. Yes, comfy, cozy chairs even. They're padded and like with fabric. They're not just wood, so they should be super comfortable. So events coming up. Tomorrow is the beginning of Gruit Fest up at Bellwether. So Gruit, of course, is a beer that is made without hops, but instead herbs and spices. So Mark submitted Gruit on our behalf. It's a kind of a play on a London fog. So he has Earl Grey tea and vanilla in his. It's quite, the tea really comes through really nicely. I haven't tried it carbonated yet, so I don't know how that's changing the flavor at all, but there's a nice warm vanilla backbone to it. It's very nice. I think they have something like 12 breweries participating. So you can go up tomorrow. They'll be doing it all week, but go up tomorrow. That's kind of the first day, of course, is the kind of big hurrah. But you can purchase kind of like a ticket. You've got folding chairs at your upstairs table too. That's true. But you also have a really nice downstairs like gaming table. So, but thank you. That does make me feel a little better. But for Gruit Fest, you can purchase like a ticket pack, and it comes with, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 90% sure that it comes with a glass and tokens for a certain number, and then you can buy more tokens to try more of the Gruits. So it's going to be a super fun event. Unfortunately, we can't be there, the whole night because, we've got to open our own tap room, and we got trivia tomorrow, which we'll get into. but it's going to be a lot of fun. So ours is called Tea Earl Grewit Hot. For those of you who are Trekkies, that is Jean-Luc Picard's favorite drink. Well, it's tea Earl Grey hot, and that's how he asks for it from the little replicator from the ship's computer. So $15 for 5 drinks, something like that. That's what I was remembering as well. So really, it's a good deal, especially considering that these are like specialty made beers for this event. So Tea Earl Grewit Hot will be on at Bellwether tomorrow, and then it'll be showing up at our tap room later this week, probably Wednesday. We kind of got to figure out how to play shuffle the board. So, yes, I said comfy chairs. I just wish I could say it in an English accent. So that's Grewit Fest. We're excited to be a part of it. Then trivia is tomorrow night. I'm going to see if I can pull up the slideshow that we've been working on, because I can't remember what the topics are, because we decided last week. Let's see. Trivia slides. Tabletop games, obscure sports, and cartoons. So it should be a lot of fun. Obviously, I can't go into any of the questions, but the obscure sports one, it could be something along the lines of like, what's the world record for speed walking or something like that. So we're going off the beaten track of like most like the kind of sporting events that you would see just kind of on TV. We're going more into the like, you have to know of this sport, or like it's part of the like, you know, Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics or something, but it's not one of the like main televised ones. Like it's the one that's on at like, you know, 2:00 on a Tuesday afternoon kind of event. So it's gonna be fun. We're not sports people, as you guys know. So this is kind of like pulling out the like fun, nerdy kind of sports. Like I always, whenever I had the chance to watch the Olympics, I always really loved the ribbon dancers. So it's a gymnastics event, but they have, you know, I'm sure you probably had someone or knew somebody who had one of these toys as a kid, where it's a stick and there's a ribbon on the end, and you know, you can fling it around and the ribbon all swirls all pretty like, yay, Mark's home.
I've got firewood.
If you want to come fix the camera, because I couldn't, that would be nice. Anyway, so what?
You got to extend the little legs on the bottom all the way down.
What?
All the way out. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna move around. So if you're seasick, sorry. Is that
a little better?
That's a little better. Yes, that's actually a lot better.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your beer's in the fridge.
Yay.
So ribbon dancing, that was like one of my favorite sports to watch because it's so pretty. And of course, they're, you know, amazingly incredible, talented athletes that do really cool stuff. So I need a glass too. Thank you.
Don't know if you've ever used this one for house potion.
Possibly. All right.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hello.
All right. I told them all that we're getting actual chairs.
Yes, I heard.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, you did.
I tuned in and then set it to the side so I could listen while I drove home.
Oh, okay. So you're all
responsibly.
Caught up. Yes. You're all caught up. You know the things.
Yep.
Okay. So
and you said comfy chairs.
I did say comfy chairs. All right. What are you drinking?
I am drinking Embers from Bellwether. This is their English barley wine. And I have to say, it's one of the finest things I have ever had.
It's really good.
It's really smooth. Their head brewer, Randy, did an amazing job. Your average beer gets boiled for about an hour as part of the production process.
You even have some that go for like 2 hours.
I
which
do
is
have
kind
some
of
that go for 2,
extravagant.
including old books.
Yeah.
This one boiled for 6 hours, which is
Yeah.
pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
The last beer I boiled for 6 hours was Gold Fever. So
Yeah. This didn't come out
This
that
isn't-
thick.
no, it's not remotely Gold Fever, but it is gorgeous. And I mean,
Oh,
just
you can't see it in.
oh dang, you gotta
It's
be.
a-
Well, here, let me fill it up a little more.
Well, if you can pour it with a white background.
Possibly. It just kind of looks
Ah,
black there.
Yeah, it's not showing up. It's golden. It's
It-
like honey.
It is exactly the color of honey.
Yeah.
Like the good stuff, not that cheap crap you get from Walmart, but like the good honey.
Yeah.
Oh man. Huh. Perfect pint too.
Nice. And look at the carbonation on that.
I mean, this thing is just
It's
perfect in every way. It's
beautiful.
rich, it's caramely, it's not overly sweet. It's just he knocked this one out of the park.
Yeah.
It's really
He
good.
did a bang up job.
Mm.
Oh, hi Glenn.
Oh wow, nice.
You arrived
Fancy
like a
meeting
minute
you
after
again.
Mark. And then I am drinking Health Potion again, largely because it's my favorite. Also because I didn't have the chance. I take that back. I had the chance today to go out and buy another drink, but instead I decided to sit on the couch and read because
You don't have to give an excuse for that.
no, I don't. I enjoy reading and I'm proud that I am as much of a reader as I am.
You should be. That one has pretty darn good carbonation too,
Yeah,
which I am proud of.
you should be. I need to pull off some samples of this. I'm going to send them off to called GlenCap, the Greater Lakes International Cider and Perrier Competition. That's a name.
They had to name it that way just so they could have a slick acronym.
Oh, probably. I mean, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Alka.
Organization without an acronym, without a cool acronym. Yeah. And hi, Kaylee.
But so I'm sending Health Potion off for a competition. I did it last year. I don't know if I read the instructions wrong last year or if they've just changed it this year. But this year they're asking for 3 samples. Last year I only sent in 1. So I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Maybe you'll get an
But-
even higher score.
Yeah, they actually send the judges score sheets so you can read what kind of comments they left. And so I had 2 judges taste mine, and one judge gave me I can't remember exactly what it was, but like a 38, and one judge gave me a 39, and 39 was the difference between the bronze and the silver. And so apparently they round down because I got the bronze, which I'm still proud of.
You should be for a first competition ever.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
But it was just kind of like, so close. So the Finger Lakes. Yes. They kind of do look like
They
Finger
do look like
Lakes.
fingers. Creepy little wet fingers.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Both need a solid drink after that one.
Yes. Still good. All right. So I talked about Groot Fest and I talked about trivia coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about the cartoon category.
That's going to be so much fun.
Then we've got on the 12th, both Boga and the Taste Spokane event at the casino.
Nice.
Once again, I was going to look up the details so that I could actually talk about Taste Spokane. Do you have your phone?
Yes, but it won't work to post the link.
Oh, no, I know. But do you want to try
sure.
and pull up, see if you can get at least prices?
Oh, yeah.
So he's looking at prices right now. But what Taste Spokane is it's an event at Northern Quest Casino. It's a fundraiser for Wishing Star Foundation, which helps kids who are, terminally ill or have some sort of severe medical needs, to provide them with wishes, basically. So you get your tickets, you get to come in, and you get to taste all of these different restaurants and like breweries, cideries, wineries, distilleries, and it's just a really fun night. So we're participating in that, and
General admission is $100, and the doors open at 6:30 and goes till 10. And as near as I can tell, once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
And there are only 63 remaining.
that's
63
good to
tickets
know.
remaining.
We
So
should probably post about that.
probably so. You can get a sit-down table for 8. There's one left. It's $1,000,
Okay.
and so 1,000 divided by 8 is like 125, something like that. So it's still pretty decent, and you get your whole table.
Yeah.
So if you have 7 friends who are also rich and want to go, and it just goes up from there.
Oh yeah, you
can spend as much as you want to spend.
You can get VIP tickets and stuff like that.
Yep. But general admission is $100.
Yep. Which really, considering that you then just get to go and like for what you said 6 to 10.
6:30 to 10.
So about 4 hours.
Yeah.
You get to just go and peruse some of the, I would say, some of the finest food in Spokane.
Mm-hmm. Certainly some of the finest drinks in the valley.
Yes. We will have Infinite Glitter and Singularity on tap for that event. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will.
Boga tickets are on sale on eventbrite.com. So you can go there, look Boga at Bardic on the 12th. So there is that.
Neat. Did you cover all the categories for trivia?
Yes, I mentioned what they are.
Okay,
so
sweet.
I forgot the first one.
Cartoons?
No, that's the last one. There's cartoons, obscure sport, tabletop games.
Tabletop games. That was it.
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably start announcing these throughout the week,
Yeah.
just so people can get really hyped up and plan their schedules and stuff.
We already had someone contact us to ask us if trivia was happening tomorrow.
Nice.
So we're gonna have people. Yay!
Yay. Slow start, but an organic start.
Yeah,
It's not bad at all.
You know what? I found from various things, if it's a slow start but it continues to grow, that's a lot more stable than having a like big start and then
flash in the pan and then who knows what.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and hey, we could have 2 cameras or 2 projectors by next week.
We might not tomorrow, but the week after.
Right. Yeah,
so.
That's why I said next week.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So that'll be fun because we're considering putting up another projector pointed towards the window with the open sign. We'd put up a screen for the event.
Don't need to blind everybody in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? We're laser light show.
The times that I've been standing at a bar at the bar at night and somebody's like come around the corner or park to pick somebody up at the hair salon or something, it's like a huge truck with really bright lights.
Yeah.
It's just like, I can't.
So at that point, we just grab the remote and turn on our projector too.
Oh, because that's not dangerous.
No, they're parked.
For now.
That seems perfectly reasonable to me.
And until you like burn spots on their eyes. So yeah, those are the events. I'm all confuddled right now. So we talked about our drinks. Did we usually go to events after drinks?
Pretty close, yeah.
Okay, cool. Special of the week.
Is there anything new in the production department?
That's what we usually talk about. All right. I mean, yes.
What is it?
All right. So we pressed over the weekend, and it was piñata apples, which are delicious. Thank you, Sunshine. We've used piñatas before. We had a health potion made out of piñatas, Up is Down, which was the pineapple cider.
So good. You have to bring that one back.
Oh, I will. Do not worry. I will. I'm not this time around, but I will. So with the last pressing I did, I've got health potion all happy, and it's just sitting, getting even happier.
Yes.
So, and then one of my cider is also getting happy. I tried it this week. Cider will oftentimes go, Sizer. Yes. Right. We did the, this is fine. And it's just okay.
Piñatas.
With the piñatas. So we should talk again because we need to do another collab. Just saying. Maybe like those
Cuz. Yeah.
Want to be my cider cider will go through this early phase for a few weeks where it just has this overripe fruit taste. I think.
Okay.
Like if you get like an orange or like a banana, it's not gone bad, but it's going to in the next day or two.
Yeah.
It's got kind of that taste to it, which obviously is not what I want to present to people. Very normal process. It's not because anything was going bad. It's just because of the fermentation. It needs
Pretty much
time.
right on track.
Yeah.
Throw it in the walk-in for a couple of weeks. It'll be just about perfect.
Yep. So just got to wait for that off note, not even off note, youthfulness. Yeah. To go away. I think it's going to be really, really wonderful. The cider itself has a lot of clarity to it. The yeast that I'm using now didn't strip away all of the subtleties of the flavor, so the juice itself is able to shine. And then the spices that I use in this one are cinnamon, clove, and star anise. I used a very little bit of star anise, so you don't get the black licorice like right up front. It's more of a background singer. I'm really excited for how this one's turning out. And then I'm still trying to gather coconut for LN6 because need a lot of coconut.
Takes a lot of coconut for that one.
But my vanilla came. So LN6 will be here in the next week or two. Because that one, once you get everything in, it doesn't take that long for it to
It's done
be
mighty
happy.
quick.
And,
yeah.
So then with the cider that I just pressed this weekend, I'm going to turn it into social distancing, which I got a Belgian yeast to do to make that with. So on top of the pinata is already having this like citrusy, pineapple-y kind of note to it. It's also going to have a spiciness of like a Belgian saison, which is going to be fun. And that's the Thai basil and orange cider. And then I'm going to make part of it into Zuko. I'm so excited to finally be making that one again. And then the other part of it, did I decide that was going to be MD?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm like 90% sure that the other chunk of it's going to be MD. So I've planned out my next couple of cider pressings, like when I estimate I'm going to be able to press and what I'm going to make out of them. So I'm excited for that. Beer.
But first,
I
was contacted by Tim today. There was a gentleman in Genus just hanging out there eating who has 500 Cosmic Crisp trees. And he was asking about us if we want apples.
Really?
So we're in contact and we're going to start going through that. It sounds like it might be next season.
Sure.
But we may have some more local access to some Cosmic Crisp stuff.
Fantastic.
So that's going to be all kinds of fun.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
And I have a contact for somebody in not Wenatchee, just beyond Wenatchee, that I just haven't called yet. But it's a like a micro orchard.
Oh.
So
both trees?
Something like that. Not quite that bad, but I need to contact him, talk about next season.
Nice.
Yeah. Here.
Well, nothing particularly. Is the mic even? Well, yeah, people are responding. The mic must be on. Did you set it to be that mic?
I don't know.
Probably not, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well, sorry if the sound's kind of awful this week.
It defaults to the wrong things every single time. I have no idea why, because I said it every single time.
Well, it defaulted to the right camera at least.
Oh, well, at least there's that. But
yeah.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. It looks good. And it sounds...
And the camera is just really...
It's okay.
Mark usually does the setup. Like, I can set everything up, but he does the fine-tuning of it. Nina did. Tell Nina hi. She's a cute dog.
That's awesome. Not a whole lot new in the beer department this week. I took the week to do some contract programming work. We talked through it. That was a planned event. It was actually pretty fun. Yeah. Got to program with a good friend that I spent the last 17 and a half years programming with. was just a good time of good puzzles to solve and good people. And
the programming you fell in love with before all the politics and the crummy clients.
It was the programming that I fell in love with for sure. So I did all this last week. So no particularly big news there. However, we did get some new stuff for our building.
Yes.
That is going to help upgrade that environment a little bit more.
Well, not so much upgrade as finish.
Finish the environment. That's true. Yeah. So we'll have better ventilation in there. Certainly better insulation. It's going to be bright in there. It's going to be so bright. It's going to be like daylight the whole time. Yes. So it's going to be a thing.
Because the joists in the ceiling weren't done correctly, the insulation doesn't fit the way that it should. Like you get a roll of insulation, you should be able to just roll it between the joists and staple it into place, because joists are supposed to be a certain width apart. Ours are not, and so our insulation is held up as much as possible with staples, as is normal.
Which is to say, all but one has to be held up with something else. There's one strip of insulation that gets held up properly. But all the rest has to be held up with.
Well, the other ones you did staples, but then on like the other half you had to do duct tape.
Yeah, just to hold it up there, because and it's not, are you kidding me?
It's not working. You're not supposed to do that. Yes. So we got vapor barrier, which is going to be really good anyway.
Yeah, it'll help seal everything up. It'll help hold everything there, and
it got ordered in like tinfoil silver. So.
Yeah, the link I sent, and the link that was used to order it was for white.
Yep.
And this one came back mirrored, so it's gonna be like a fun house in there.
We just need to get some more disco balls.
We do need to get more disco balls, and we pretty much need to hang them from the fans.
Yes.
So they kind of wobble a little bit.
Yes.
So this just all is.
I'm okay with this.
That'll be good times.
So yeah, we'll be getting that up in the next couple of weeks.
I sure hope so. Fingers crossed. But yeah, there's not a whole lot for beer. Singularity is still very slowly clarifying, which is a feature of that particular yeast that I use. It is the perfect yeast for those darker beers, but the downside is it takes its own sweet time clearing up. So it's a very beautiful smelling mud right now, but it'll get there.
Yep.
So it will be ready for Taste of Spokane. It won't quite be ready for the tap room, but it'll be getting there.
Yep.
So that's it for beer.
Yay.
Although I am going to be brewing, we do have upcoming brews.
Yes.
So that might count too.
Yeah, talk about it.
This week I am I'm waffling on what I need to make, but
waffles.
I am strongly considering doing old books again.
Yeah.
So I've got a whole bunch of Raven Master. I've got a whole bunch of Ish. I've got a whole bunch of that Ale of Owl's Wisdom.
Chanterelle Lace.
I've got some Chanterelle Lace. I've got some of Tea Earl Grewet Hot. I've got a whole bunch of Singularity. I think what I need is a whole bunch of old books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are you waffling with then?
If I should do that, or if I should do something else a little bit more approachable first. No, because I've got enough.
Well, what the dickens?
Yeah, I could do more What the Dickens. It's not as fast.
You've got What the Dickens.
I'm on the last keg of What the Dickens.
Oh, is that the last keg?
Yes, it is the last keg.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I feel like we just put it on.
We have shockingly little in the walk-in right now. So, but no, I think I'm going to do old books. And I'll do the same trick as I did with, now I don't know. So some of it will go into use straight away, which is to say probably a couple months.
Yeah.
Because old books, you can't rush. It has to, you got to let it sit. The rest of it, I'm considering, I am going to barrel age it. I'm considering doing another trick of trying to drive it as high as I possibly can. A la Schmebby Lock. So I don't know though, because I want to start this one out a lot richer and sweeter, so that as it goes along and gets much, much, much stronger, that sweetness will balance the alcohol out. So I don't know. Gonna have to play with that one. I've got a few new tricks up my sleeve. So
you got choices.
I've got choices. I've been itching to do that one because
Kaylee likes the
idea. I should just do it. I really should just do it because I've got a few new tricks up my sleeve, and I've learned a lot. I think I could cross that 19% barrier. And
Are you going to call
finally,
it old books?
oh no. Oh no, at that point it'll be something like older books. You know, really hit that creativity button there.
Scroll of wisdom.
Scroll of wisdom.
Of greater wisdom.
Scroll of greater wisdom. Just call it ancient scroll.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah. But yeah,
that sounds fun.
Drive that sucker up to about 19, throw it in a barrel for a year, profit. I mean, enjoy is what I mean.
Oh, all right. So that's what we're doing. We talked about events. We talked about what we're drinking. Special of the week. I feel like keep thinking that I feel like I had it like a paper cut or something, but I don't. So special of the week.
Yes.
Do we want to do chef's dinner this week? I mean, this is kind of the week to do it, I think. See if it's viable.
I think the fact that I keep going, it should probably be our cue that is not a long-term sustainable thing.
But there have been a lot of things that we've gone, and then they turn out amazing.
Yeah, let's give it a try. We'll give it a try this week.
Okay.
And if we end up stressed out of our minds, we know
that's
not the one to do.
All right.
So we'll be having sandwiches for dinner every night this week.
So the idea of chef's dinner is that instead of having a special of the week, whatever kind of dinner we're fixing for our family, we just make extras, and the first people who come in and order it get it. So we'll serve it at 6. Do we want to settle on 6?
Yeah, that seems reasonable enough, because that's about the time people start to really show up.
Yeah.
And 6 o'clock sounds good.
So we'll serve it at 6. There'll be anywhere between like 5 and 10 servings, probably closer to 5 than we're having. If it's spaghetti, we'll have like 70. So, and then you can order it. Once it's gone, it's gone. And then so it'll change each day. The benefit for us is then we know the kids are eating at 6, and we're not having to like tell, I know you're hungry. I'm so sorry. I know you're hungry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah. I think it'll work. We haven't come up with our weekly menu for ourselves personally yet, so I don't know what's going to be on there.
Yep. So it'll be just like eating at our house.
Yeah.
So it will be messy. It will be late.
Yep.
And it will be delicious.
I feel like we should do Thai basil chicken. Like maybe
I
without the
don't.
eggs.
Yeah. Okay. Without the eggs. Yeah, I could see that without the eggs. That could be fine. We're going to have to be very careful about what we do.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, without the eggs, we could just make a big old pot of it. That would work just fine.
Yeah.
Neat.
Greater Books.
Greater Books is also Old Tome.
Old Tome. That almost sounds like Old Toe.
Dead Tom.
Dead Tom. Dead Tom's dead.
Dead Tom was always dead.
Okay, so that's a special.
Yeah. That's special.
That's special. You're sitting like farther back. I feel like I'm having to turn to look at you. Nice. All right.
What else?
I think we're on to random recommendation of the week.
Already?
I think so.
Ow.
I don't know. Am I missing something?
I don't know. We're halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what that
I'm
means.
sorry, I don't, but no, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, so we've already done events. We've done what we're drinking. We've done special of the week. We've done production on both sides.
We haven't rabbit trailed nearly as much tonight as we usually do.
That's probably the big thing. I do have one small rabbit trail.
Oh, what's your rabbit trail?
I finally labeled almost all of the mugs. So I was sick to death of having to consult that stupid little picture, wondering where the heck our tags are, because they're in limbo somewhere, presumably. Maybe some year we'll get them.
Probably email them.
Probably so. But almost all of our mugs, I think there's like 4 left that I didn't quite get to.
Yeah.
But almost all of our mugs are actually labeled now. So your mug is now your mug.
Yep.
So you won't lose that. And I didn't label yours because you asked. But it does wear off over time. So we probably got a couple of weeks worth of super regular use. Some people will come back and pick up their mug and it will be fresh as the day I wrote it. But
there's always a couple. That's okay.
That's okay. But yeah, they should all be put awayable now, which is going to be really nice.
Yeah, that's been a headache.
That has been a nightmare.
So I had contacted the company and asked them, like, where are our tags? Apparently, right before I put our purchase in, they got a massive stainless steel order. So they had to go through all of that. And when I emailed them a week or two ago, they said, so yours should be in production the next day or two. So it very well could have been. And then, it goes through UPS or USPS. Might take a little while because USPS is so understaffed and overworked.
This is true.
So I should send them an
Hey,
email.
Any updates? Perhaps a tracking number?
Yeah, tracking number would be nice.
Promises you don't intend to keep?
But we will get tags one way or another.
Someday, eventually. Even if we have to say screw it, write it off, and then go with Cursed Crypt.
Yeah.
It's one way or another, we'll get tags. So.
Yeah.
Chisel them ourselves.
Do you want to do that?
No.
No, I don't either.
Kids, you want a nickel?
Yeah, so I think we're on the random recommendation.
Okay. What's yours?
Well, I'm going to make an amendment to mine from last week or the week before. Finally finished Centaur World. And I've definitely decided season 1 is far better than season 2. Season 2 feels like they were told, yeah, you have a full season. And then somebody somewhere said, oh, never mind. You need to finish up in 3 episodes. So the last episode is long. It's like an hour and a half instead of like the half hour. And they definitely tried to cram in like all the silliness that they usually have, but then also a whole bunch of storyline about these characters that you've either never met before or only like once or twice that you don't really care about, but it's an interesting backstory. And if they had had time to develop it, would have been super cool. And then it's done. And also for a kid's show, some of the jokes in season 2 kind of went a little farther than what I am okay with. Yes, a whole nickel.
A whole nickel for the kid.
And it's named Philip.
Yep.
So yes, I'm going to amend that. I think season 1 of Centaur World is really fantastic. Season 2 completes the story, so there's that. But I wasn't as impressed with season 2. But as far as like an official, like new random recommendation of the week, I through it. I always try. I think like through my week of like, well, what did I do? What kind of new things did I experience? And I always draw a blank because I can never remember.
Maybe your random recommendation for the week is journaling so that you can remember.
Okay, so I was reading a book today. It's called The Whole Brain Child. It's a really good book. If you've got kids, I highly recommend that. So there's a random recommendation. But they were talking about how valuable journaling can be. So yeah, there you go. Random recommendation, journaling, which I would like to be better at, actually.
Nobody likes a half-brain child.
Correct. There was a illustration in the book about like how our brains work, because they start by talking about right brain, left brain, that there's the one that's much more like creative and in tune to emotions and stuff, and one that's much more logical and linear, and how you want to develop
they fight.
No, that you want to develop strong ties between the two.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
But then you also have upper and lower brains.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because you got the part of your brain, the stem, that's like between your upper neck and like middle of your nose, is what they say, and then everything up above. And so this is like lizard brain, and this is the developed brain. And so they have this way of illustrating it of you put your thumb in your palm and then put your fingers over, and so this is your brain. And so you've got the like fully functional, like higher thinking brain.
Yeah.
Protecting your lizard brain, which is in charge of the like blinking and heart beating and instant reactions. So they've like
smacking a child who jumps out and scares you.
I was gonna say like I'm gonna jump out of the way of this car.
Oh yeah, sure.
Without even thinking about it, kind of brain. And they work really well together. But if your lizard brain kind of sneaks out from from your higher brain, or even like the higher brain's just out of the picture, that's when you get like tantrums.
Oh
and
goodness.
Stuff. And they weren't just talking about kids, because we've
we've all seen adult tantrums, and those suck.
And we've experienced them as well. So
yes, and a scatterbrain.
Yes. Yes. Scatter is not that rare.
It isn't that rare.
At least not for me.
In my experience, it's pretty common. Also, come get your mugs.
Oh, yes.
Plus, selfishly, we want to see you guys again.
I miss you guys.
No, that's Sovereign CNC. That's not American. Yeah. Good. Yes. Yeah. So I thought there was another CNC company following us. Like, this is rad. If I had a nickel for every time, I have 2 nickels. Which isn't that impressive, but still, it's weird that it happened twice.
Okay, do you have a random recommendation?
I do have a random recommendation of the week. Labyrinth, the board game. This thing is so much fun. It is so easy and so frustrating. It's a board game. And what are you doing? You're distracting me.
I'm showing the map. Yes, Peter won last time. Upside down.
Tell them about it.
Okay. So now you can point it.
It is a maze-based board game. So basically, you've got your little character, you've got treasures that you're trying to collect, and a home you're trying to get back to. But the maze is constantly changing. Every single turn, somebody slides a tile and reshuffles a row or column in the maze. And so the path you thought you were going to take, gone. And so you just kind of try to play your hand and just wait and pray that somebody's going to move something other than what you need. And then,
or that they're going to move what you need.
Or they're going to move what you need, and there is no planning out. There is no strategy. You just kind of hope and wish that you're going to get to where you want to go. And it is so much fun. Anybody can play it.
Super easy.
Super duper easy, super duper fun and cute.
It's, how about simple?
Simple.
But not easy. Necessarily.
Yes.
Sometimes you get a really good hand.
It's like, you have 4 treasures, and I don't remember even going 4 times. How did that happen? It's a fan. That's definitely my random recommendation of the week.
Dusty Tomes doesn't sound tasty.
Well, he's not wrong.
Yes, that's a fun game.
I think that's about it. It's shorter.
That's okay. It happens.
Yeah.
We got to figure out what we're eating for dinner tonight.
Yes, and we have to go get the yeast in your cider tonight.
Yes.
So we'll take care of that. So.
Oh, being a small business owner.
I know, right? I feel so cruel forcing you out there. No, I still got to figure out. No, you need to come out right now and put yeast in your cider.
I'm really good at pressing cider and coming up with recipes, but then like the execution, I'm a little scatterbrained.
It's juiced. you need to put stuff in it.
Yeast.
It's gonna be sour if you don't.
Although CiderCon is happening next week.
Aww.
And it's in Milwaukee. Maybe I'll get a chance to go next year.
Maybe so.
But I got an email from one of the cider organizations and listing out what their panels are going to be. And one of them is on intentional wild fermentation. Thesaurus. I would love that. I love thesauruses.
I am sorely tempted. Gonna have to think about that one. Anyway.
Yes.
So
intentional wild fermentation.
Neat.
And I'm sad that I can't go to it.
Well, I'm sure they'll make it available online.
Because probably not. It's a ticketed event.
Well, yeah. So you pay to go see it in person, and then just like a DVD release later.
Oh, maybe
the unwashed masses can get it online.
Sure, I can probably find the information, but to be able to go to a panel about it.
That's true. I'll find you the BitTorrent later. It'll be okay.
So wild fermentation, if you don't know, is when you have created something that is fermentable, but then you don't actually intentionally ferment it. So if I pressed apples and then just left the juice for a couple of days, it's going to start fermenting on its own. Because there's yeast in the air, there's yeast on the apples, and yeast are going to do what yeast are going to do. And the reason that I intentionally
yeasts be yeasting.
Yes. Okay. The reason I intentionally add yeast is
yeasty boys.
Yes. is because I want certain characteristics from the yeast. And the wild yeasts are just that, they're wild. You don't know what you're going to get. And sometimes it can completely ruin a batch. But if you use like cultivated yeast, like what you buy in the little packets, they're a lot stronger and they're gonna out-eat the wild yeast that are in there and the bacteria and stuff that are possibly left behind. So it creates a safer, surer product. But if you know how to wild ferment, you can do it safely. I don't know how to do that yet.
It's okay.
I'll learn.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, shall we then?
We shall. Thank you guys. We love you all. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.